Good morning, brothers and sisters, and welcome to our daily word from the Lord. And today we wrap up our reflections on the great hymn of Advent, O come, Emmanuel. Today we look at verse 5, but what I'll do, because this is our last morning, is read the whole 5 stanzas. O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel that mourns in lonely exile here, until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, thou Lord of might, who to thy tribes on Sinai's height in ancient times didst give the law, in cloud and majesty and awe. O come, thou root of Jesse, free thine own from Satan's tyranny. From depths of hell thy people save, and give them victory o'er the grave. O come, thou dayspring, come and cheer our spirits by thine advent here. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. And today's stanza, O come, thou key of David, come and open wide our heavenly home. Make safe the way that leads on high, and close the path to misery. And I trust that you've been able to listen to the amazing versions that we've been putting up on our website and on YouTube of this great hymn. And there's so many versions of this hymn and so many wonderful renditions of this hymn. And I hope that as you've been listening to them, you've been able to get excited about Jesus, our Messiah, about his first coming, and about the promise of his second coming. And today we focus on the biblical reference to the key of David. The Old Testament reference comes from Isaiah 22, and it reads, I will set the key of the house of David on his shoulder. When he opens, no one will shut, and when he shuts, no one will open. And I will drive him like a peg in a firm place, and he will become a throne of glory to his father's house. And in this passage, the prophet Isaiah tells the palace secretary, who is identified as Shebna, that he will be replaced by Eliakim, and that God will give to Eliakim and put on Eliakim's shoulders the key to the house of David. The key represents authority, and the key of David implies that the one who has the key of David controls David's domain, which was promised in both the Old and the New Testament. The New Testament reference comes from Revelations chapter 3, verse 7. And this is a reference where Jesus himself is speaking to the church, and he identifies himself as the one who has the key of David, who opens doors no one can close and closes doors that no one can open. And so we see Jesus identifying himself as the one with the key of David, and identifying himself as the real, true inheritor of the prophecy of Isaiah. What it signifies is that Jesus has all authority in heaven and on earth. And remember, that's exactly what Jesus said to his disciples after he had risen from the dead. He was getting ready to ascend back to heaven. He met with his disciples and he said, all authority has been given unto me in heaven and in earth. And that's what the key of David represents. Jesus has all authority and is the one who is able to open wide the door that leads to our heavenly home. Keep us safe on the path that leads to our home on high, and present us faultless and blameless before God's eternal throne. Isn't it great to know that we serve the one who has the key of David, the one who has all authority in heaven and on earth, the one who promised to never leave us or forsake us, and the one who promised to be with us right to the end of the age. And that gives us reason, brothers and sisters, to rejoice, knowing that Emmanuel has come as the key of David, that Emmanuel is on our side, that Emmanuel is with us, and that Emmanuel is committed to helping us on the path to our heavenly home. And so I hope that you will sing with great joy today as you celebrate Emmanuel. God is with us. Amen.